God, we only made one. Let me know when your manufacturing.
See, elephants are, as any living creature, require constant care, constant, health monitoring, and all these things. Elephants, the one of the most important aspect of health, elephant health is the foot. For an elephant, the foot is as important as the heart. So we have released a few books, including how to look after the health of the elephant and its food. So all these will come in very useful of people where captive elephants are. To the we are there are many temples which still have captive elephants. So all these will provide guidelines to the veterinarians, to the doctors, and to the owners of how to look after their elephants.
So in the last few days, there are a couple of allegations against Ambani's Vantara that all these captive elephants should be rescued back. So could you say on that?
Ma'am, we have to look at it in a very holistic manner. The Vantara is not the only wildlife enclosure. You can call it a zoo, you can call it an open safari park that exists. All over the world, we have zoos. Even in India, we have so many zoos. And the object of having these zoos are twofold. One is to look after, get in injured animals, or even let's say man-eating tigers and cats. And the other objective is to educate our future generations, our children, as to what animal is, to sensitize them. Because if you're talking about environment and animal protection and conservation, until unless our future generations are sensitized towards what an animal is, how are they, what is the behavior pattern, and until they become connected with them, how will they, in the heart, come up with this idea of conserving our environment? So they play a very important role. As far as allegations go, if the allegations of ill treatment, I'm sure Vantara would be more than happy to, have any sort of inspection to see that they are not being ill treated. But I would like to here give you a personal example. In our Delhi Zoo, we had a lot of help from Vantara to retrain our captive African elephant, which was presented to us in the late 1990s. They send their team, they send their vet, and they were most helpful, and we have an MOU with them. So it's a team effort that is required for our environment conservation, and I'm sure as far as allegations go, I would not like to believe allegations until unless they're proven on the ground.
Okay, so unlike tigers, preservation of tigers, conservation of tigers, a lot of funds being allocated, but we believe comparatively there's a lesser amount allocated to elephants. What, like in future, can we expect equivalent importance being given to that as well?
Yes, of course. I don't know about when you're saying there's a lot of difference in the funds, because funds are allocated twofold. One is from the center, one is from the state. So I'm sure if you look at that, there are many states where there are no elephants, and there are many states which have more than the adequate, more than a large number of elephants. So that is the way the government policies work. And if there is a shortfall in any particular segment, whether it's the elephant, it's the great Indian bustard, it's the tiger, it's the leopard, so those gaps are filled by our funds.
வால்பாறை பகுதியில் வந்து சிறுத்தை அதிகமாக வந்து குழந்தைகளை கொண்டுட்டு போகுது. அதனால பாதிப்பு நிறைய ஏற்படுத்தும் சார்.
Yesterday, one 8-year-old boy was killed by a slaughter. So do you have any plan to mitigate
Valpara is a
conflict?
common human-animal conflict.
See, human-animal conflicts are one of our top priorities of our department, of our ministry. We are taking all due precautions and employing the latest methods of how to, lessen and mitigate this man-animal conflict. We are using radio collars, we are using satellite, we are using artificial intelligence now, and but the sad fact is that since our human communities live so closely with nature, and it is nature. So if you ask me can we make it 100% proof? No, we can't, because we live with them. It is like you're saying ki if somebody is crossing the road, he should not be injured by a car. It can happen, But again, we are taking all possible steps. We are making all possible policies and plans to bring it. Lessen it, reduce it as much as possible, and also we provide adequate compensation to the families who are injured.
So, following the success of TN's AI-based railway trackings and reducing animal death, I mean exclusively for elephant death, will this be implemented across all the railway corridors that we have identified?
Yes, definitely.
So when
We are trying to do that across all railway lines that run through jungles or run near jungles. It is going to be implemented not only for elephants but for other wildlife also. Yes, I mean, we have a lot of tiger that's happening also, things like that, and other wildlife animals. So that has to be, it has, I mean, it will be implemented across all such areas.
In the first phase, can you just give any other states that are going to carry
Right now, I would not be having the data, but yes, from the center, we are doing all, we are taking it as fast as possible.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
No, that is, you see, wildlife conservation again does not mean just one species. So some states may be performing better in certain species, some states may be performing better in certain other species. So we do not do that. We do not have such comparisons. Yes, we have state-wise priorities, and we tend to look at that state as per its priorities. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.